From celebrity baby bumps continuing to grow,
to Britney Spears remaining on top of the charts,
and Kate Gosling's new TV show,
we are your source for entertainment news. Welcome to #That. I'm Meredith Kasabian here with Alexa Farrell.
We have a lot in store for you today, so let's get started. The news is finally official. Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake are expecting. Rumors surfaced in October after pictures showed Biel with a small baby bump. Then late last week, US Weekly broke the news about the mom-to-be. According to HollywoodLife.com, Timberlake wants to keep the pregnancy private. An inside source revealed that Justin has, quote, always been bothered by the attention that celebrity kids get, end quote, which explains why the couple has kept the news a secret. US Weekly said that the couple wants a happy baby. The baby will be due in April of next year. So what do you think about this couple finally having a baby?
I love it. I love them so much. They're awesome. It's finally great to hear that they're finally having a baby. How long have they been married? I feel like it's been like, what, 2 years now?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's only been a year. I don't even know.
I know their pictures were in People magazine.
Right.
And I loved Jessica Biel wore pink at their wedding.
Oh, right.
So,
I did hear about that.
Yeah, I loved her wedding dress. Yeah, yeah,
I love
very
it.
Different. So I'm excited for them to finally have a baby together.
Australian rock band AC/DC are planning a world tour in 2015 to promote their new album titled Rock or Bust. But as of last Thursday, one band member might not be able to perform. According to CNBC News, AC/DC drummer Phil Rudd was arrested in his New Zealand home after being accused of hiring a hitman to kill 2 people and possession of methamphetamine and marijuana. Rudd appeared in court Thursday afternoon and was released on bail. Rolling Stone magazine says, quote, Rudd's main murder for hire charge has been dropped due to insufficient evidence, end quote, end quote. Rudd's lawyer says Rudd intends to defend himself against these charges and that the ones for, quote, personal possession of drug and are minor, end quote. However, he could still face up to 7 years in prison on the charge of threatening to kill. He's expected to appear in court again on November 27th. As for the rest of AC/DC, they plan on going on tour with or without him. As most musicians put it, the show must go on. So what do you think about AC/DC going on tour without Phil Rudd?
Well, I feel like all of the members of AC/DC are so important. They all have like their different face paint and each member is really important. So the fact that they're going to go on tour without him might, I don't know, maybe affect like the sales of the show.
Right, that's what I was thinking. I don't know how they could say they could go on tour without him, even though he is their drummer. I don't know who would replace him as the drummer and
right. They might have someone
what's going to go on
in for him.
Right, so we'll see what happens with his court date after November.
Yeah, he might be in some serious trouble. Attention grumpy cat fans. This holiday season, you will find your favorite cat not only in memes, but on the big screen. Grumpy Cat will be starring in Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever. The story is about a young girl that discovers she can talk to Grumpy Cat after seeing the kitty in a mall shop during the holiday season. MSNBC named Grumpy Cat the most influential cat, and BuzzFeed and Mashable named her the most important cat. With these honors, it's no surprise that fans are excited about the release. Kristen Blush commented on the Lifetime.com page saying, quote, my sister and I are already planning a viewing party with friends and refreshments, end quote. So are you going to be tuning into Lifetime to watch this Grumpy Cat movie?
You know, I'm not really a big fan of Lifetime movies. I think that the actors aren't that great, I'm not a big Lifetime watcher. But I mean, maybe if Grumpy Cat's on it, I might just watch it just to see what it's all about. But yeah. We'll see. Are you?
I watched the trailer for it. And the acting was not so great.
Right.
So, but you know what? I think if Grumpy Cat's in it and he's frowning the entire time, making some sarcastic remarks, I'm sure it'll be
a little funny. Right?
Yeah.
That everybody can relate to from Facebook and stuff.
Yeah. Someone said it might make the list for the most awful movies.
Oh, so, really?
Yeah. We'll see. We'll have to see. And now Emma Soviero will tell us about some celebrity babies and which celebrities are dating again.
Former Destiny's Child singer Kelly Rowland has had a baby boy with husband Tim Witherspoon. The baby's name is Titan Jewel after Saturn's largest moon. The couple welcomed the baby on November 4th. Now her baby will literally be her motivation. While Kelly Rowland is celebrating the birth of her baby boy, Carrie Underwood is awaiting one. The world found out the news last Wednesday when Underwood's co-host of the CMAs, Brad Paisley, accidentally gave it away. Paisley was able to keep the secret for about 10 minutes until he spilled the beans and the audience roared approval. She's expecting the baby next September with husband Mike Fisher. Has Miley Cyrus finally found a man to settle down with? In recent weeks, she and Patrick Schwarzenegger have been seen together. More than 3 years ago, he voiced his affection for the pop singer, saying, quote, "My eye is set on Miley," end quote. The stars have been friends for a long time, but now they have been quietly dating for several months. The relationship is casual, and they are both seeing where it goes, according to Schwarzenegger.
Before we go to commercial break, check out this week's Tweet of the Week, sponsored by the Bobcat Shop.
This week's Tweet of the Week is brought to you by the Bobcat Shop. The Bobcat Shop is located at 1010 Sherman Avenue and is your go-to for Quinnipiac apparel and accessories. This week's Tweet of the Week is by Anisha Minglani, who tweeted, quote, "The fact that QU 201 homework is the only thing keeping me awake past midnight tonight is deeply upsetting." Be sure to follow us at #ThatQU on Instagram and Twitter for a chance to be featured on our show.
We are your source for entertainment news.
The Bobcat Shop, located at 1010 Sherman Avenue in Hamden. Your #1 choice for Bobcat merchandise. The Bobcat Shop features 2 floors of countless styles and colors. With a full 19,000 square foot screen printing and embroidery operation on the premises, Campus Customs and Simplify can design and decorate any garment or promotional product as quickly as needed. Stop in and say hi.
Welcome to Joya Spa and Salon in Hamden. Whether you want a new look or the perfect wedding day hair, come to us for complete hair and nail care, cuts, styles, updos, extensions, and beautiful dimensional hair color, as well as manis and pedis, acrylics, gels, and shellac. Treat yourself to a facial, a peel, or microdermabrasion. Relax with a variety of massage techniques, including Swedish and hot stone massage. Joya Spa and Salon. Call today.
Oops, Britney did it again. Britney Spears still holds the all-time record for highest first-week album sales by a female artist. Ever since her debut of Oops, I Did It Again in 2000, Britney has held the record at 1.3 million albums sold within the first week. Recently, it was projected that Taylor Swift would shake Britney off the female list with her newest album, 1989. But according to Forbes magazine, the results came in last Tuesday, and Taylor Swift fell just a little short, selling 1.2 million copies within the first week. Taylor Swift was so close to replacing Britney Spears off the list, but not close enough. Maybe next time, Taylor. So what are you, Team Britney or Team Taylor?
I would have to go with Team Taylor. I do like the transition she's made with going from the country music to the pop music and the Shake It Off, but Britney Spears is really like classic with all of her, you know, like Oops, I Did It Again, all those hits. So.
I mean, I'm totally Team Britney. She's held the title for 14 years. I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan, so I'm kind of happy that she didn't get move Britney past on that list. So I love that Britney's still
they're both
holding the title.
So successful. I mean, 1.2 million, 1.3 million records.
I know, it's very close. It's really close, but not close enough.
It's true. I think that Britney is a better artist than Taylor Swift. Like if you go and look through Taylor Swift's lyrics, it's a lot of like, oh, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off again, and shake it off again.
Right.
But Taylor Swift's really popular right now, so
yeah.
I think it's good for her. On Wednesdays, we wear pink, and then after 10 years, we have a reunion. The cast of the hit movie Mean Girls got together with Entertainment Weekly to celebrate its 10th year anniversary. Tina Fey, Lindsay Lohan, Rachel McAdams, Lacey Chabert, and Amanda Seinfeld all posed for some pictures, then discussed their experiences filming the movie. The women revealed that they wanted different roles from the ones they were casted, but admitted that in the end, director Mark Waters got it exactly right. The women were also talking about what characters would be doing now. Rachel McAdams talks about her character Regina George saying, quote, "Regina is a real housewife. She'd have too much time on her hands for sure. She'd probably have found all the other Reginas," end quote. So if you could be a Mean Girls character, which one would you be?
That's a tough question because I don't know which one I would want to be, but if I had to choose, maybe Katie Heron, but I'm not really sure. I mean, Regina George, she's a little rough around the edges, and I don't really want to be her or think I would be her because I'm not that type of personality, but maybe Katie Heron, new girl coming into a big school, coming from Africa, I don't know.
Rachel McAdams was saying that she originally wanted to be Katie Heron.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but then she got casted as Regina George because she was older and had like the older look, the kind of mean girl look.
Right, I could see that.
Yeah. I'm a huge Rachel McAdams fan, so I would probably want to play Regina George. Yeah. I mean, I could like be rough and tough sometimes,
That's a little surprising because you're not like that, but hey.
You can't sit with us. Dora LaBelle has some more for us about what a few celebrities have been up to.
Kylie Jenner has found herself in a fender bender. The 17-year-old is being sued for a car accident that she was involved in over a year ago. California resident Alita Rivera says the teen was driving at an unsafe speed, causing her to make a difficult and unsafe stop at an intersection. The event occurred just 2 weeks after the teen received her driver's license. Rivera is also suing Kris Jenner for allowing the teen to drive the car while she was inexperienced. "She's my woman crush Wednesday, but maybe she will be our president." Famous actress and humanitarian Angelina Jolie has admitted to consider pursuing politics. When the star was asked if she was ready to enter politics, she responded, quote, "When you work as a humanitarian, you are conscious that politics have to be considered. If you really want to make an extreme change, then you have a responsibility," end quote. Watch out for flyers. Perhaps the Jolie campaign will launch in 2016. Frozen fans can't seem to let it go. National love for the animated film has been proven by Disney's reported $3 million revenue from just the sales of Frozen dresses so far this year. Seems like the fans have Frozen fever, which happens to be the name of the short film that Disney is expected to release in the spring. Coincidence?
Before we go to commercial break, check out this week's Instagram of the Week, sponsored by the Bobcat Shop.
This week's Instagram of the Week is brought to you by the Bobcat Shop. The Bobcat Shop is your source for custom printing and embroidery for your team, organization, or group. The Bobcat Shop is located at 1010 Sherman Avenue, just 2.5 miles from the Mount Carmel campus. This week's Instagram is by Michaela Wiegand, who tweeted this cool perspective captioning the photo, quote, "Spent the day at home." Be sure to follow us at #ThatQU on Instagram and Twitter for a chance to be featured on our show.
The Bobcat Shop, located at 1010 Sherman Avenue in Hamden. Your #1 choice for Bobcat merchandise. The Bobcat Shop features 2 floors of countless styles and colors. With a full 19,000 square foot screen printing and embroidery operation on the premises, Campus Customs and Simplify can design and decorate any garment or promotional product as quickly as needed. Stop in and say hi.
And we have a
back to his Hollywood days.
This is my mom. I'm making a decision here and back.
Playoff spot, which Welcome to A Sheer Sensation, North Haven's premier cosmetology service, located at 140 Washington Avenue, minutes from Hamden. We offer an array of services, from basic cuts and colors to lash extensions and formaldehyde-free keratin treatments. We also provide hair chalk and styling for men. When you spend $60, your Q card will get you 10% off. Call us at 203-239-6477 to make your next appointment at A Sheer Sensation.
Once a reality star, always a reality star. K+8's reality star Kate Gosselin is confirmed to appear in the next season of Celebrity Apprentice. Donald Trump announced the cast of the 7th season on the Today Show on Tuesday, November 4th. Other reality stars joining Gosselin are Brandi Glanville and former star of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya Moore. The other cast members include Olympic snowboarder Jamie Anderson, World Series winning baseball player Johnny Damon, Olympic gymnast Shawn Johnson, the Jonas Brothers' Kevin Jonas, former NFL player Terrell Owens, also known as T.O., and more. According to CBS News, Trump says, quote, "This season of The Celebrity Apprentice is on point to be the best yet. With 16 extraordinary contestants bringing their energy to the boardroom, it is sure to be a hit, as always," end quote. So do you think Kate+8 will bring her +8 children to The Celebrity Apprentice?
I think if she shows up with her 8 children, that would be quite the show.
Right, a little much.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see some of the familiar faces, though, like Terrell Owens. I actually met him a couple years ago.
Did you?
Yeah, he's really not that friendly of a guy. But hey, I mean, he's had a lot of scandals in his years. But
maybe he'll get knocked off quickly.
Shawn Johnson, though.
Yes.
Olympic snowboarder. I love her.
She was an interview, or one of the people, the judges for Miss America. She is so nice. She's so pretty.
That's awesome.
I love her.
Yeah,
absolutely love her. Yeah. And I was a Jonas Brother fan too in my day.
Kevin Jonas.
Yeah. He was my least favorite, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Lena Dunham is speaking out after suing after Truth Revolt posted an interpretation of her book, Not That Kind of Girl, on their website. Truth Revolt allegedly claimed that Dunham sexually assaulted her younger sister. In the collection of personal essays, Dunham describes her persuading her sister with candy to kiss her and compares her own actions to that of a sexual predator, among other incidents. Dunham sent a cease and desist letter to Truth Revolt asking them to take down the letter and apologize. They refused and said, quote, "Lena Dunham may not like our interpretation of her book, but unfortunately for her and her attorneys, she wrote that book," end quote. So what do you think about the situation that Lena is in right now?
It's kind of unfortunate. I mean, she wrote the book, she said all that stuff, and this website took a little twist on her words, I guess. So I think she should have been a little more careful of what she was going to write and how people were going to interpret that. So it's hard to see like who's right, who's wrong in the situation. I mean, I think it is wrong of the website to say that it was a sexual harassment when she didn't say that in her book, but it's assumed so, I guess. But
I think being in her position and being who she always is very public and voices her opinions.
Right.
So I think she knows that people were going to take what she said and have their own interpretations of them. So I don't think she should be so upset about it. But she honestly has, I'm curious to see how it's going to come out in court. She wrote those words, and it's going to be interesting to see who wins this case.
We'll see what happens. To infinity and beyond, Buzz Lightyear and the rest of the Toy Story cast will be making a comeback to the big screen in 2017. Pixar officially announced last Thursday that Toy Story will be making a sequel, directed by John Lasseter, who directed Toy Story 1 and 2. In a studio release, Lasseter said that he and Pixar wanted to make another Toy Story because they love the characters so much. He says, quote, "We don't want to do anything with them unless it lives up to or surpasses what's gone before," end quote. It's very clear that the creative geniuses at Pixar do not want to give these characters up, but we're wondering what the plot of the upcoming sequel will be. We grew up with Andy starting as a young boy in 1 and 2. Toy Story 3 left us with tears and a bittersweet ending, as Andy left for college. The toys in Toy Story are timeless, but Andy will not stop growing up. Will the 4th have Andy appear as an adult or maybe even a dad? We look forward to see what Pixar has in store for us. So are you excited for Toy Story 4 to come out?
I am so excited, so excited. I think I saw Toy Story 3 like 4 or 5 times in theaters, and I cried every single time at the end.
So did I. It was a tearjerker. Me and my family went to go see it. I remember it was at the time I was like applying to colleges and everything, so I felt like I could relate to Andy back in the day. But
I was putting my toys away
really
in
cool.
my toy box.
I was not expecting to actually cry at the end, and I did. When Andy, you know, gave the toys off to the younger neighbor.
Yeah.
So it's a very sweet story, but I'm excited to see what Toy Story 4 is going to be all about, like what the plot is going to be like. I mean, we've grown up with Andy as like growing older within every movie, obviously. So how old will Andy be in this movie, or will Andy even be in this movie? So I'm really excited to see what's in store.
I think it's cool that people our age go to see the movie because it's animated, and a lot of times it's for younger kids, but I think Disney does a good job of making it for everyone.
Right.
To you, Steve.
Beyonce's back, and she's looking to bring new music. The 33-year-old singer said Tuesday she will be re-releasing her latest album, Beyonce, as a Platinum Edition box set. This will include 2 CDs and 2 DVDs with additional music and footage. Looks like Taylor Swift's just going to have to shake it off, since Beyonce, for the second year in a row, topped the Forbes list of highest-earning female musicians. Beyonce made $115 million this year, while Swift earned $64 million, taking second place. Pink, Rihanna, and Katy Perry rounded off the rest of the list. U2 is still hard-pressed to have you listen to their new album. The band will be performing songs from their latest album, Songs of Innocence, on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, the week of November 17th. Many criticize the decision, considering it's only been 2 months since the album's launch, and iTunes users found the album in their iTunes library without permission. U2 will not just be musical guests on the show, they will also be involved in segments on the show. Who knows, Bono might do his Bill Clinton impersonation again. U2 is not the only rock band to be having a week-long stay on the late night show. Foo Fighters started last month with their residency on Letterman, and Metallica will be playing the same week as U2 on the late night show with Craig Ferguson. Back to the front desk.
We'll have more to come. Stay with us.
You're watching #that on Q30, sponsored by The Bobcat Shop. Stay tuned.
Wake up, Quinnipiac! It's the morning after! Hey! Come on, guys, it's time for TMA! Let's go! What's the morning after? Mondays at 10, only on Q30!
The Bobcat Shop, located at 1010 Sherman Avenue in Hamden. Your #1 choice for Bobcat merchandise. The Bobcat Shop features 2 floors of countless styles and colors. With a full 19,000 square foot screen printing and embroidery operation on the premises, Campus Customs and Simplify can design and decorate any garment or promotional product as quickly as needed. Stop in and say hi.
Okay, so highlights for this week look pretty solid. Men's hockey versus Yale, men's basketball Iona. Got some pretty nice graphics too, some OTSs, full screens.
Yeah, and I was also thinking for a feature idea, we could do something about head coach Ram Pecknold and the men's ice hockey squad with the new year and new players.
Yes, that definitely sounds good. Yeah.
Young team. Wait a minute. Where's Mike?
What's up, guys? Sorry I'm late.
What are you doing?
What? Freshman.
Tinder swiped left on now previous CEO and co-founder Sean Rad. IAC, the dating app's majority owner, decided to demote 27-year-old Sean Rad as CEO of Tinder. Tinder has seen brighter days, but in recent months, the app has had bad publicity. According to Slate.com, former executive Whitney Wolfe sued Tinder in July, claiming her boss and former boyfriend, Justin Mateen, verbally abused and harassed her with text messages after they broke up. Mateen was the chief marketing officer of Tinder and left after the company suspended him. Mateen and Rad continued to stay good friends after the scandal. IAC did not want a bad look for their projected app, worth somewhere between $1 and $1.5 billion. Although Rad was demoted, he still has 10% stake of the company. So are you a fan of the app Tinder?
Okay, I have downloaded Tinder, I must admit, but I don't know. I have friends that have had success stories on Tinder. I have a bunch of friends actually that are dating people that they met on Tinder.
Oh, wow.
But I haven't had any success.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, I wasn't a big fan of the entire Tinder concept. I think it's kind of creepy, no offense, to anyone that's a big fan of Tinder, but I wouldn't find my significant other in that way.
No.
But, you know, I mean, I think the whole scandal of Sean Rad being fired because of his best friend's scandal is a bit much, and I would be pretty upset about that if I got fired because of my friend's scandal, so,
yeah.
Or demoted rather, so we'll see if he ends up staying with the company or not, so.
I would be really upset, too. A funny fantasy? Maybe not. Artie Lane took to Twitter while watching ESPN's First Take. He posted many crude comments that detailed a racist sexual fantasy about personality Carrie Champion. Twitter users were appalled at the comments and started using the hashtag #ISupportCarrie with tweets about the incident. Twitter user @DJOlder said, quote, "Yo, ESPN, your silence is deafening right now. Hashtag #ISupportCarrie," end quote. ESPN later released a statement that says, quote, "His comments were reprehensible and no one should be subjected to such hateful language. They objectify Devine, one of our valued employees, under the thin guise of comedy and are offensive to all of us. We will not dignify with them any other comment," end quote. Lane gave a public apology through Twitter to Champion, tweeting, quote, "If this hurt you in any way, I'm sorry," end quote. Champion has not commented on the tweets. So how do you feel about these offensive tweets?
I think it's really offensive, and I can't believe that he even tweeted stuff about her like that. So it was great that ESPN, you know, finally said something about it and, you know, tried to act on her behalf and support her. But I can't believe somebody would do that to a very big person in ESPN. So it's very hurtful as a female to hear something like that.
I'm really upset about it because she is a beautiful woman, most definitely, but she is so well, you know, versed in the area of sports and has so much to say and is well educated on it. So I don't think that, you know, men watching this show should be, you know, pushing her down to that level. She should be respected just as a man anchor would be too.
Right.
So that's really frustrating. Okay. Matt Damon will be born again. On Friday, the actor addressed rumors that he would be returning to the action franchise. Damon said, quote, "I've always been open to it if Paul Greengrass is the director," end quote. Filming starts in 2015, and the movie will hit theaters in 2016. So what do you think about Matt Damon returning to the film?
So, I mean, I love Matt Damon as an actor. He's one of my favorite actors. I love Good Will Hunting, but I've never seen the Born films.
Yeah.
The Born Again films.
The Born Legacy films.
So, I mean, I'm not very familiar in that aspect, but I'm sure he'll do great. He's a great actor. I love him. So I'm looking forward to seeing him in the next film.
I think when you have sequels of movies, you need to have the same actor. So they did have one in the last the last movie had an actor replace him. So I think real true fans of the movie are going to be happy to have him back again.
I'd rather have the same actor continuing in every single movie if there's going to be a sequel rather than a replacement, because I think it kind of just ruins the movie a little bit. You want to stick with the same actor throughout all the sequels. So that's awesome that he's coming back to do another sequel.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him back again. Well, that's all that we have for you this week. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at #ThatQU.
Tune in next week for more entertainment news.